Next stop on the NRSL Mello Yello series brings us to Richmond International Raceway for the second leg of Mobil 1 Racing Weekend, as we are here today for the running of the Mobil 1 250. As we get set for 40 laps of action here today, we had a great finish in the Truck Series race, even though we had a yellow flag fest in that one, but we hope for a good one here today in the Cup Series, here in the Mello Yello Series, I should say. Cup Series race actually will be on the NRSL channel, but anyway. But let's get to starting for today's running of this event here. We had a tremendous finish the last up on the tour at California Speedway. And we had a tremendous California weekend, I should say, too. But anyway, let's get to the start line for today's running of the event. On the pole for this event is not Trace Williams, actually. It is actually the number 63 Lysol Pontiac of Nick Baxter. He's actually the one on the pole, not Trace Williams. Starting alongside of him will be the DeWalt Tool Chevrolet, car number 1 of JT Bryant. That's a 95 Monte Carlo he's driving in this event. Road 2 actually is Trace Williams in the 29 Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Chevrolet. He'll be starting third. Beside him will be the Racing for Jesus Chevrolet, car number 89. It's Quentin Moore driving for Morgan Shepherd. Third row has the Bristol winner, Jessica Shelton, number 94, the New Holland Ford. She'll be flanked by the number 10 Nesquik Chevrolet. The winner at Texas, it's Paul Mennick. Row number 4 has Joshua Sekuli, the number 62 South Point Hilton Casino Chevrolet, and the number 18 MB&A Pontiac of Jordan Anderson is outside. Row 3 has the championship leader, Kyle Matthews, car 44, the Shell Pontiac, the winner of this season at Rockingham. Beside him will be Andrew Perry, car 66, the Duraflame Dodge. Next row down has Phil Parker, car 17, the DeWalt Tools Chevrolet. Beside him will be the number 32 Kleenex Chevrolet of Chris Thornton. Then it's John Arndt, the number 5 Delphi Chevrolet, and he'll be flanked by the number 14 Navy Chevrolet of Kev Shearer. He's on the outside. The Team Penske cars has the next row down. It's Chelsea Bowles, car number 12, the Verizon Wireless Dodge. Her teammate Johnny Gardner's alongside of her in the number 22 Discount Tire Dodge. Gardner almost won the last stop on the tour at Bristol, or almost won earlier this season at Bristol, excuse me. Next row down has Matt Haas in the Timberwolf Pontiac, car 37, and Ryan George, car number 24, the Pepsi Chevrolet. Next row down has Joshua Osborne, car number 60, the Winn-Dixie Ford. He'll be alongside car number 88, the Navy Chevrolet of Chris Dodd. Then it's Daniel Olson, car number 72, the Detroit Gasket Chevrolet. And the man who won at California the last stop on the tour, it's Nick Gunther, the number 20 GameStop Toyota. Next row down has Matt McIntyre, number 93, the Emeco Ultimate Pontiac. And Charles Sanford, the Fina Lube Chevrolet, car 74. Then it's Dougie Shears on the inside of the next row down in the Stacker 2 Chevrolet, car 23. Beside him will be Dunn LaPrade, car number 99, the Aaron's Dream Machine. That's a Toyota. Then it's Cole Deaver, number 3, the AC Delco Chevrolet. Beside him will be Jesse Turner, the Las Vegas winner, in the Gould's Pump Chevrolet, car number 34. Next row down, Luis Hernandez, car 36, the Stanley Tools Pontiac. And Michael Turner, number 43, the All-Pro bumper-to-bumper Auto Value Toyota. Next row down has William Brock in the Castrol GTX Chevrolet, car 27. He'll be flanked by Benjamin Miles, the Daytona winner, in the Geico Chevrolet, car number 7. Then it's Emmanuel Hartnett in the Aquafresh Pontiac, car 00, and beside him will be the number 45 Sprint Spree Chevrolet of Zachary Fitzwater. Next row down, Dylan Young in the 38 Great Clips Toyota, the winner this season at Darlington. Beside him will be Andrew Davis in the 87 Bell Mobility Chevrolet. Then it's Jonathan Zorlin, car number 33, the Ream Chevrolet. Beside him will be Joshua Collard, the 43 Mark I Electric Ford for Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing. Collard won this season at Atlanta.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Commands begin the party engines as we get some racing here today. Zach Flickinger will start shotgun in the field in car number 2, the AC Delco Chevrolet. He starts last in this event. Well, the trucks. Well, the truck series had a wreck fest of a race in their event. There, let's see how the Mello Yello cars fare on this racetrack here. I kind of bet you it's going to be wreck fest too. We'll see what happens. But Nick Baxter will lead them all down in car 63, the Lysol Pontiac. As the green flag will be racing, as the green flag will gets, as we'll get for green flag racing, and all GM front row. It is Nick Baxter's Pontiac and JT Bryant's Chevrolet. The green flag race will back at where it will be underway for 40 laps here at Richmond on the Mobil 1 250. And we had a cleaner start in this one than we did in the Truck Series event. So, here, Nick Baxter lead the first lap of this event here. Here comes Trace Williams, 29. He goes to the second position in the Trop Arctic Chevrolet. He's side by side with Jessica Shelton for the number 2 spot. Shelton goes inside. She'll take second away from Trace Williams. On board Jessica Shelton's car. She won the season at Bristol. Shelton's luck not quite as good at Richmond there ordinarily, but here she is running in second position right behind the 30 car, of Nick Baxter. Joshua Sakuli runs in 4th position, and look who's behind the points leader right there, Kyle Matthews in car 44. And he's in a battle with Phil Parker for the number 4 spot here. Matthews has another in-car camera in today's event, as well as the 74 of Charles Sanford. That's the 3 in-car cameras for today's event. John Arndt running in the 5th position right now in car number 5 as he takes a spot from Phil Parker. Here comes Arndt. Looking a little racy here today in the number 5 Delphi Chevrolet. Matthews has the rear bumper cam on his number 44 Shell Pontiac. Bumper cam, excellent for short track racing. Matthews runs in 4th position. Arndt dives to the inside lane. Let's see what happens here. John Arndt in the 5, Matthews in 44. They're side by side coming out turn number 4. Arndt slips to the inside lane, and he'll take position. John Arndt goes to 4th position. Matthews drops to 5th. Kyle Matthews came in here with a very immense point lead, but we do have a lot of racing left to go this season, however. So things can change. And that's the only thing that's eluded Kyle Matthews has been an offline championship in anything, and he so badly wants to win one. As we are about under yellow here, we are under yellow for the first time here today. It is Michael Turner in 43 in the Auto Value Bumper to Bumper Toyota. And kind of think of it, I don't think it was Michael Turner that spun. I see now what happened here. It was Jordan Anderson and Paul Minnick that has crashed. Oh gosh, and Jordan Anderson actually flipped. Off into turn 3 they go. There's the hook. Bang! Minnick just hooks the 18 of Jordan Anderson, and Anderson flips over the MBNA Pontiac and damaged up to that car very good here. And same with Minnick's number 10 Nesquik Chevrolet. His car badly damaged. And so, yeah, Minnick's now eventually retired out of the race. So, too, is So to his Jordan Anderson. I thought that for a minute, actually, Michael Turner might have spun, but apparently he didn't, so... So pace car lights off. Here as we get some for restart here. Nick Baxter's your leader of the event. Second position is Jessica Shelton. Third spot is Joshua Sakuli. Fourth is John Arndt. Fifth is Kyle Matthews. Sixth position is Daniel Olson. Seventh is Matt McIntyre. Cole Deaver runs in eighth. Ninth is Dougie Shears. And moving up to 10th position is William Brock as he takes the Casey Atwood car is running pretty good here today in the 27 car. That's your top 10 here. So you got Pontiac leading, Ford in second, Chevy third and fourth, Pontiac running in fifth. Then Chevrolet in sixth, the Pontiac seventh, Chevrolet eighth, Chevrolet ninth, and Chevrolet in 10th. As the green flag waves, we're back underway on lap number 14 here at Richmond. Challenge for the lead here. Paul Minnick, or I should say Nick Baxter versus Jessica Shelton. Who's going to come in on top in this one? Shelton does for the moment, but Joshua Sakuli tries to dive underneath. Shelton leads the lap, but how long? Because here comes Sakuli to the inside lane. Shelton goes high, and here comes Paul, and here comes John Arndt, number 5. Little racy here today, and now Kyle Matthews decides to go with the flow. He says, I want to join in on the fun here, and he will. Matthews for the number 2. Matthews trying to go for third position inside of his buddy Jessica Shelton. So Corny Matthews is looking to be Racy Matthews here today in Richmond as you ride on board with Kyle Matthews. Matthews goes to third. Shelton drops to fourth. And whoa, Matthews got loose going in the third turn there. Now Shelton's on the attack in that 94 car. And Matthews, Daniel Olson wanted to go to the inside lane, but he decides not to because Shelton was already committed there. But now here comes McIntyre 93 as Matthews goes to the high side of the lane and loses a couple of spots. Meantime, the racing for the lead is about to heat up between Joshua Sakuli and John Arndt. A couple of Chevy Impalas holding the top 2 spots here. Sakuli is in an Impala, and so too is the John Arndt automobile. Shelton goes to third position in 94. Fourth position is Matt McIntyre. Matthews is in fifth. 6 is Deaver. A good solid day for him for the number 3 car. And here comes Matt McIntyre going for the number 1 spot in the number 93 car. And look who's moving up to the field. Dylan Young in the 38 car. He started back at about middle of the pack. Middle to back of the pack, and he's already at the 7th position. So Dylan Young looking very strong here in the early going of this event. In fact, I think we're already in the halfway point of the event here. 20 in the books here already. So, in the meantime, we got a battle for the 4th position here. That is Matt McIntyre and oh, we got a crash here, and Charles Samper has crashed in number 74, and Matt McIntyre might have gotten a piece of the Samper automobile. There is Charles Samper. He was in 37th position when it all happened. And I thought he was going to come right back and rear end the back of Kyle Matthews' 44, and that was not Matthews' fault, obviously, because Matthews is up in the front of the field. And it turned out we had a stack up that happened on the front stretch. Figures because since we're at Richmond. And it was the 12 of Chelsea Bowles that's spun. She got turned by the 33 cards, Jonathan Zorlin. She just taps the 13 of Joshua Collard. And then Andrew Perry slams on the brakes and nothing doing here. Dougie Shears gets into the crash. Trace Williams, the third place starter. And right there's where the whole bunch up happens. Nothing anybody can do but go right into the driver or hope or pray they miss or pray they don't get a hit. But that's where the stack up happened here. Chelsea Bowles gets back going again. Now the car we do want to watch is Charles Sanford, number 74. There he is in the Phenolube Chevy. And there you hear the leaders going by. And it was Joshua Sakuli that hit him. Joshua Sakuli, the leader of the race, crashes into Charles Sanford. Well, he told you he had an in-car camera with Charles Sanford here. Here's what it felt like from his car. And I don't know who else hit him in the after while all that was going on. But Sanford runs in 34th position. But let's remember now, Joshua Sakuli has got some damage now on his number 62 car, I think. Yep, we see a little hood wrinkle, I think, on the 62 South Point Chevrolet. And I'm surprised he has not ducked in the pit road just yet to fix the damage. May not be all that severe, actually, to be honest, so he may still make a go at it. So it looks to me like Sakuli might ride it out for the final 14 laps as we'll get this race restarted. Sakuli is your leader of the race. Second is John Arndt. Third is Jessica Shelton. Fourth is Kyle Matthews. Fifth is Matt McIntyre. Cole Deaver's in 6th position. Dylan Young goes up to 7th. 8th position is Nick Baxter, the pole sitter for the event. 9th is Zach Flickinger. And Daniel Olson's in 10th, with William Brock 11th, 12th Zorlin, 13th is Osborne, 14th is Hartnett, and 15th is Joshua Collard. Chelsea Bowles on the inside lane on the 12 car is a lap down, hoping to get a back on the lead lap and hoping to catch a yellow flag. Hoping to catch a caution flag, I should say. As the green flag waves once again, we're back underway on lap number 27. 2 cautions so far in this event, and Kyle Matthews goes inside Jessica Shelton. Looking for position, and look at Matthews fly! Arndt goes to the inside lane, and Sakuli goes to the high side, and he has lost several positions, and I think we might have had a yellow flag again. Yes, we do. And oh, it was Cole Deaver, number 3. He was running in the top 10 when this happened. Poor Cole Deaver. Every time it seems like he has a good run going on here, something always happens to that number 3 car. And oh my. Well, we have a bottlenecked up restart like we have right here. Something the matter always happens here. And they were 3 wide for the lead between Matthews, Arndt, and Sakuli. And Deaver got dumped by Dylan Young in number 38. And then, oh my gosh, what in the heck? Now, that was unlike anything I ever seen before. Let's see if I can follow what happened here with Deaver's car. That was a weird glitch. Deaver was running in 6th position when this all happened, and Dylan Young was about to pass over that 6th spot. Meanwhile, we had Sekuli, Arndt, and Matthews 3 for the lead, with Shelton and McIntyre along side by side. Deaver got tapped by Dylan Young. Slow the replay down right here. Deaver tries to save it. He almost does. Gets off the wall. The car digs just a little bit. Swings back around. And slams the passenger side with the car. And then the car just goes upside down. Now that is one weird crap. If you know what happened here in this crash, somebody please explain all this to me, because that is weird. That crash right here. And I'm sure Cole Deaver's got to be thinking, what a ride. Real time, this is what happened. Oh my god. That is a very, very weird crash. I have never seen anything like that in our series that I have ever watched. Well, we're going to be down to 8 laps to go when this race restarts here at the Richmond International Raceway. And look who's on top. Our points leader, Kyle Matthews, leads the race. Jessica Shelton is in 2nd position. 3rd is Matt McIntyre. 4th is Dylan Young. And John Arndt went from 2nd to 5th after the whole shakeup that happened. Nick Baxter's in 6th position. 7th place is Daniel Olson. Joshua Sekuli drops from the lead to 8th. 9th is Zach Flickinger, and 10th position is Jonathan Zorlin. The restart is single file. So let's see if we can. So we had a good finish in the truck race. Question is, will it be Kyle Matthews? Will it be Jessica Shelton? Will it be any of the others right behind? I think it could be anybody's race right here. Wait, it's all going here, Richmond. And Matt McIntyre got a very good restart here, lap 33. McIntyre decided it was go time here as he goes inside Jessica Shelton. And John Arndt gets turned to number 5. Now this is yep, that's the yellow flag. And we got a crash here. Chris Dalton and John Arndt crashes in the Dalton's car. Chelsea Bolson gets in the Arndt. Damn it. Well, I thought the restart was going to go smooth, but unfortunately it didn't. But Kyle Matthews keeps the lead at the moment here, and John Arndt in number 5 got coming out of turn number 2. Yet Arndt gets turned by the number 63 of Nick Baxter. And shame for John Arndt. It's another guy who usually has a good run, but something always happens in that 5 car. He was 5th when it all happened. It looked like it was going to be a no harm, no foul situation for John Arndt, and all of a sudden, he comes up across the track, and I don't know who ends up hitting him. And something else happens up front. I'm trying to think what happened here. Let's look at Chris Dalton. Dalton, I think at 32, he's going to have a... Yeah, they all check up in front of Dalton and Matt Haas both. And Haas dips on the inside. Haas is going to go 3 wide. And he turns the 32 of Dallerton around. Dallerton goes to the infield grass. Says, no, not the inside pit wall. Let's save it. Or try to save it. Ooh! Crashes into the pit wall. Shoots back up the track. Right in front of John Arndt. And I think Cab Shear in the 14 got a piece of it. And then he comes back down. Chris Dodd misses him, but then Chelsea Bowles doesn't in the 12 car. And something tells me Chris Dalton's going to have some words with Matt Haas on that one. And unfortunately for Dodd, that knocks him right out of the race. And hold on to your hats, folks, because we are going to get a green-white checkered restart on this one here. We'll be on lap number 39 when we get this race restarted. So we will have 2 laps to go here at Richmond. Kyle Matthews is out in front. Can he hold them all off? Well, Matt McIntyre and Dylan Young and Jessica Shelton all may have something to say about that. They run second, third, and fourth, with McIntyre second, Young third, Shelton fourth, and fifth is Daniel Olson. So Achilles in sixth, seventh is Nick Baxter, eighth is Jonathan Zorlin, Zach Flickinger ninth, and JT Bryant is in 10th position. Green flag is out. 2 more laps to go here at Richmond. Matthews got a good restart here, but here comes Daniel Olsen. He shoves Shelton high. That's going to knock her out of the equation. But now, can McIntyre have anything for Kyle Matthews? Off corner number 4 they come. White flag. 1 lap to go. Here comes Matt McIntyre. McIntyre in 93 dives in the inside lane. Nothing doing at the moment. Matthews out in front. McIntyre in second position in the third turn. Matthews dives to the inside lane. He shoves Matthews up high. I think here they come up turn number 4. Nothing doing for McIntyre. Kyle Matthews wins the Mobil 1-250 here at Richmond. Wow! Somebody in the NR community may have called him corny. Some of them may have called him irrelevant. But today he had to scrap like a badger to hold them all off at Richmond. In those final 2 laps, Kyle Matthews wins the Mobil 1-250 here at the Richmond International Raceway. A tremendous finish here today. Second, we'll go to Matt McIntyre. Third was Dylan Young. Fourth was Daniel Olson. Then comes Nick Baxter in 5th position. 6th was Jonathan Zorlin. Joshua Sakuli, even with a little bit of damage, ends up finishing 7th. 8th was JT Bryant. Jessica Shelton drops to 9th. In 10th position was William Brock. So 11 races are in the books here in the Mello Yello Series. Here, Kyle Matthews averaging 72.475 miles per hour. Wins the race here today. And a tremendous finish here at Richmond. And we've already had some good finishes at Richmond so far. We'll see, we have one in the Cup Series as well. 11th place will go to Zach Flickinger. Joshua Collard finishes in 12th. 13th was Quentin Moore. 14th was Luis Hernandez. Joshua Osborne, 15th. 16th position was Benjamin Miles. Ryan George, 17th. 18th, Jesse Turner. 19th is Emmanuel Hartnett. And Dunn LaPrade ends up finishing in 20th position. Phil Parker, 21st. 22nd was Dougie Shears. 23rd, Michael Turner. 24th, Trace Williams. Johnny Gardner, 25th. Andrew Davis, 26th. Nick Gunther, 27th. 28th, Cab Shear. 29th was Zachary Fitzwater. And 30th was Chris Dodd. Charles Sanford, 31st. 32nd was Matt Haas. 33rd, Chelsea Bowles. was the last car to finish here today. Then Chris Dalton, John Arndt, Cole Deaver, Andrew Perry, Paul Minnick, and Jordan Anderson were the cars out of the race. And a shame for John Arndt and Cole Deaver both, because they both looked like they were hot contenders for victory here today. But unfortunately, as fate would have it, excuse me, unfortunate circumstances took him right out of the race. But the Mobil 1 250 belongs to Kyle Matthews, his second victory of the season. He won earlier this season at Rockingham. Now he takes home the title at Richmond and extends his points lead he's got in the NRSL Mello Yello series, which is already a big point lead he had going into this event. So this keeps up the first offline championship could be possible for Matthews. But as I said, there's still a lot of racing left to go as we head to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the next stop on the tour, and that will be a Cup Mello Yello double header, while the Truck Series will have a double header with the Casual GTX Cup Series Winston All-Star Race. And by the way, for the Cup Series, it will be the last chance to get into the All-Star Race at this event, though, along with the Open. But anyway, that would be on the NRSL Sports and Gaming channel here, but from the Red Racer 1985 channel, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you at Charlotte, and congratulations once again to Kyle Matthews, winner here today at Richmond. So long, everyone.